You give up 9 hours of your day, your physical energy, and your time just to secure a paycheck at the end of the month. But look closely at what you are actually trading your life for. It is literally just a mix of cotton, ink, and a few digital numbers on a screen. We are conditioned to believe this paper represents wealth itself. Yet a 500 rupee note cannot put a roof over your head, and you certainly cannot eat it to survive. Think about what happens if the country's central bank goes on television tonight and declares that at the stroke of midnight, those 500 rupee notes are no longer legal tender. In a single second, the cash in your wallet turns into scrap paper. The value was never inside the physical object. It only ever existed in our collective psychology. Thousands of years ago, if you wanted something, you traded directly. Swapping a goat for wheat meant relying on exchanging physical goods. This created a persistent deadlock. You could only make a deal if you happened to have exactly what the other person wanted at the exact moment they were looking for it. To bypass this deadlock, humanity invented a placeholder. We needed a medium of exchange that everyone would accept, even if they didn't need the physical item right away. Money became a technological battery. It allows you to pour your physical labor into a container today, store it, and spend that exact same effort tomorrow. Over centuries, the shape of this battery kept changing. We moved from heavy stones to cowrie shells to gold coins and eventually to printed paper. Now even the paper is vanishing into digital numbers on a mobile screen. This trust is cemented by the power of the state, the fact that the government demands this paper for taxes and enforces its use by law. Without that enforcement and our shared belief, the entire system would cease to function. If you want proof that our economy is a psychological illusion, you only need to look at how modern central banking operates. You assume your 100 rupee deposit sits in a safe locker. In reality, the bank splits it. Through fractional reserve banking, they keep 10 rupees and loan out the remaining 90. When deposited elsewhere, the cycle repeats, multiplying the initial deposit through a chain of debt. This exposes a terrifying fragility. If panic spreads and every customer lines up at the ATM to demand their cash on the same day, the bank collapses. The physical money simply isn't there. This entire system functions as a high-stakes network of confidence. Every transaction relies on the expectation that the next person will accept the same screen-based numbers, even though those numbers have no physical anchor. Because money is just a belief managed by an authority, it can be easily manipulated. Central banks can print new notes and flood the market without producing any actual physical goods to match. When more money chases the same amount of goods, prices explode. If this spirals out of control, entire nations lose their life savings, like in Zimbabwe, where a $100 trillion note couldn't even buy a loaf of bread. Former Reserve Bank Governor Raghuram Rajan explains this everyday erosion through dosa economics. If you earn 10% interest on your savings in the bank, but the cost of your favorite masala dosa goes up by 12%, you are actually getting poorer. Hoarding paper money in a savings account gives you the illusion that your wealth is growing. In reality, inflation is an invisible thief, silently draining your purchasing power every single second. This creates a sharp divide. The financially illiterate chase high salaries, hoard paper money, and borrow to buy liabilities like expensive phones. The financially literate play an entirely different game. While paper represents a claim on value that can be diluted by a printing press, assets like land or productive businesses represent the things people actually need. They retain their utility and value even when the currency used to measure them fluctuates. To escape the paper matrix, you must convert your stored effort into these tangible assets. Ownership of production is the only way to ensure your labor isn't slowly evaporated by the manipulation of currency. Money is merely a vehicle. Your time, your choices, and your freedom are the only actual wealth that matters.